MMA Oddsbreaker, that's Douglas Lima getting ready to fight Rick Hawn in Bellator. I'm Frank Trigg, trying to figure out how is this fight going to go. For me, I looking at tape of both you guys. I've watched both you guys fight your last 4 or 5 fights. You're long and rangy, but you don't play long and rangy. You play inside really deep because your jits are so good. Rick plays the same way because of his judo, but then he tends to have problems with guys that can strike with him on the outside. How are you going to play this game? Like, what are you going to do with Rick that's going to be different than what he's seen before?
Man, I think I got more reach on him. Thinking of using that, whenever we're standing. I also feel that I got more power. So I think if I connect, it's gonna be, good for me. But I don't think it's gonna strike the whole time as well. I think it's gonna try to clinch up, get me tired. That's the type of game plan that usually they play over there. So we'll see.
Well, I did hear him say that he believes that he's an undersized fighter for the weight class and that
Hmm.
you're big for the weight class. He said it's going to be one of those situations where he has to stay away from your power and stay away from your strength.
Hmm.
But the way for him to do that is for him to take you down and put you on your back.
Hmm.
That's still one of your strengths, though, is you off your back. So now, really, do you see a spot where, because you always look at these fights and go, okay, in this position, I'll be able to rest a little bit. You got to find those little breaks within the round. I don't
Right.
really see a place where he's going to be able to have a break because his break spot is when he's on top of you, taking you down to the ground. But you're still good there. So, is there any other spot you think that he's going to be able to have a break or be able to relax a little bit?
Nah, man. I mean, I'll be comfortable wherever it takes place. If he tries to take me down, he can go for it. But I don't think it's gonna be that easy, because he's undersized. I'm actually big for the weight class, so I think that's gonna make it harder for him to take me down as well. So it all gonna depends, man, on what the game plan for him is. But wherever, whatever he wants to do it, I'm comfortable. So it doesn't matter.
Was it fine? Was it hard finding training partners to mimic Rick's style? Because not only are you trying to deal with judo and a guy that throws a big heavy hand and then steps in, but you're also trying to find a guy that's kind of that's powerful but still short. So did you find guys like that in the area to come in and train with?
Yeah, I mean, there's all type of guys here, but man, I don't really care about training with guys that mimic his style. As long as I'm ready, I'm hitting the pads and working on the combos that works for me, that's gonna, work for me in the fight. I'm okay. But there are some short guys here that hits hard, like him, and it's fast too. So yeah, I got all the training that I need. Yeah, it'll be all right. I'm not worried about that.
Now, I did talk to him about the differences of training camp, where
Hmm.
he lives in Boston but then trains up in Montreal, so he has to travel, and so he's gone for 8 weeks at a time up there in the training camp. You
Hmm.
live and train right in the same area, so you're not going anywhere. Now, to
Yep.
me, both have their benefits and both have their problems. For you, haven't traveled, so you're very comfortable. It's your own bed every night. There's no, when you come home, you know where your PlayStation is, you know where your underwear is, like everything's fine. But then you don't really get challenged because the same guys you see all the time, it's the same guys you train, the same guys that you work out with when they're getting ready for fights. And all of a sudden, it's time for you to get ready for a fight. It's the same deal.
Hmm.
For him, he gets challenged every day, so he's gonna get pushed. But he's in somebody else's bed. He's eating out of a microwave. It's like so. There's pros and cons of both styles in both ways.
Right.
If you could travel, say you had to travel to down to Florida to the main branch of ATT down to Liborio, would you think
Hmm.
that would make you better being able to travel all the way down to Florida every time you had to get it ready for a training camp?
Man, that's a thing we actually talk about a lot, traveling to camp and stuff. I prefer to do my camp here. If I were to have to travel, you'll be for like 2 weeks at a time, a week, just, pick something different here and there, and that's what I'm going to start doing for now. But as far as training camp, I'm comfortable here. You know what I mean? Comfortable training with the same partners because, I know them and we push each other very hard. Even if we're good friends, we still spar hard as crap. There's always some new guys that comes in to train. So, man, I don't think that changes anything for me. I've been doing this my whole career, and it's never been a problem. So I'm comfortable here doing the camp.
Yeah, both
Where
you're
I
coming
am.
off a 4 fight win streak right now. Your only real major loss is a unanimous decision loss to Ben Askren. So obviously something's working right. 25-5.
Yeah.
It's not like you've screwed the pooch. If you were 20-20, I'd question it. But at 25
Yeah,
and
true.
5, it seems to kind of work. So you got to kind of, you got to kind of go with what
Working.
works.
It's working for me, so I'm happy with it.
And that's the thing I like about MMA. Everybody can train a different way, and it works for them, and they're going to be champs in how they train. But if I try to train the way that you train, I couldn't do it. It's just everyone's got their own mentality, have their own ability, their own system. Do you find that a lot with a lot of the guys that you train with, that you get frustrated with them because you're trying to coach them and be like, look, no, do it this way, and they don't do it that way, but it still works?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of guys like that, especially in the gym, like when I'm teaching classes and stuff. But there's always guys like that.
It's the real world application. Like everything works for somebody. So.
They're all over. It's funny.
Yeah. Well, Doug, thanks for coming on here with MMA Oddsbreaker. I appreciate it. Good luck against Rick Hawn. To me, that's going to be a great fight because it's not the height difference. It's really the difference. It's who's going to establish their game plan is how that fight's going to go. So the quicker you establish your game plan April 18th, the faster you're going to control the fight.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it, man. Thanks again for the interview, and don't miss the fight, man. It's going to be a good one.
You got it, bud. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you, man. See ya.